Hey all, welcome to Solar Field Studies. Today we are opening up the field to bring in messages for you for your highest good, whatever those messages might be. We're only tapping into the highest source of white light that there is in existence. All right. Okay. I'm seeing a pink glow coming down from the crown, but it feels very loving. It feels like love energy, soft, pure. And I'm also seeing threads of gold weaving into your heart center. Okay. So, whoever's listening to this right now, you're becoming more of an open receptacle for um, that soft, loving, abundant, self nourishing, regenerative, self regenerative energy to be contained and to flow and cycle. I say contained, but really it's a flow and a cycle of, you know, non-attachment and letting energy go and letting energy come in as it will. So it feels like there is, you're just very attuned to receiving something of a higher quality than you probably have experienced for a time. Okay. And it feels like even the emotional nourishment that you've received in the past up until this point has had sort of a ceiling on it where there were walls and constrictions to this love. There were conditions where perhaps some of you felt like you couldn't just be and receive the love at the same time. There was always some kind of strain or um, efforting in some type of way, and perhaps threads of judgment um, coming from you and coming from another, where um, yeah, it's just more of a conditional framework and architecture for experiencing the purity of God's love within the context of relationship, within the context of your own presence with yourself and what you are allowing yourself to feel and experience just on your own and in the presence of God. You know, I say on your own, you're never really on your own. You're always surrounded by the love of God and the love of uh, your your ancestors, your guides, your soul family, right? Um, I'm feeling a bit of a sticky trajectory that some of you have navigated previously, where you may have felt like you've gotten stuck on certain connections and relational dynamics, um, even workplaces or living situations. Um, you may have just gotten comfortable and stuck because um, the framework that you were existing in felt like all you could access at that time. Okay. But it just feels like you're moving out of this space because I'm getting this sense that you have attuned more so to the mystery of your soul and this sort of shadowy feminine energy. It feels like you've done a lot of work around your shadow and your shadow feminine aspects, and learning how to hold your own truth with more integrity, less wobbliness, and be able to express um, your simple truth in more of a matter of fact way. Okay, is the vibe that's coming through. Yeah, I'm just seeing like swirls of light. So this is really getting in touch with this like divine feminine flow and like sensuality, almost in like a dance, finding a feminine rhythm and flow. Like I'm just getting this energy of like undulation in the body. So some of you, you may have been practicing like somatic healing, breath work, body work, dancing, ecstatic dancing, movement, that kind of thing. Um, I'm also feeling this immense connection with nature that you have. Um, and I mean, that we all have, right? We are all part of nature, but it just feels like there's something about the trees for you. You are someone who is very intuitively tapped into the solar field, right? And as are the trees. And so it feels like trees act as this sort of sacred yet neutral mirror for you. Being around trees almost attunes you to this sacred frequency of holding truth without a dualistic or polarized charge. So, in essence, helping you, um, yeah, just attune to yourself without needing it to be good or bad, just the way that you are, and holding that in reverence and um, um, accepting the things that have been leaving your system and leaving your field, um, old mental structures, old attachments and bonds and um, projections and just stories that your body was holding on to. Even if your mind was letting go, sometimes the body is still holding on. Okay. It does feel like um, it's like I'm getting the sense that it hasn't been just body work that has helped your mental health. It's been this sort of mental recalibration, um, attuning more to truth, to your truth, to um, being able to see and witness yourself more clearly, that has been mentally attuning you more to the vibration of divine love. And then your body sort of catching up. And then as your body sort of recalibrates to this new understanding, this new framework of love, which is easier and it's not clenched or controlling or in fight or flight all the time. You know, it feels like then like the body, then as your body adapts and recalibrates to its sort of natural divine state, or at least more so, then that recalibrates the mental. So it's like both are just working in tandem, the mental and the physical, the somatic. And I just feel like your heart is like the sense that I'm getting for you is that this heart opening, yes, there have been many moments that have cracked you open, that have felt like intense, profound shedding um, experiences. But it's like the actual sensation of your heart opening, it hasn't just been like one like event or one thing. I just feel like almost like as you tune into your heart right now, there's a sense of, oh my gosh, my heart feels so much more open than it did a year ago or 2 years ago. My heart feels more restful and more easeful, and like I can access tenderness for myself and others, even others that maybe previously I felt hurt by or limited by in any way. It's like now there's more of this glow um, that's soft and easy and a little bit warm and fuzzy in its quality. Um, okay, dragon energy is coming through for you here. I'm seeing a red dragon, so some of you may be attracted to dragon imagery, dragon sort of art, media of any sort, or just sort of spiritually. I'm definitely picking up this dragon energy coming through, sort of burning away, helping you burn away what no longer, basically burning away all that is not you. Okay. And I'm definitely picking up a shift in like musicality in your life. So some kind of musical shift going on, however that looks for you. It could be listening to a different type of music that is more resonant with this new frequency that you're in, this more natural, restful frequency that you're in. Um, and I just now I'm seeing the color blue. So this is going back to um, feeling more comfortable, like expressing just you in your fullness more so. Okay. And this is opening up um, doors that you even now aren't seeing coming. Okay. Like I am feeling a stream of emotionally nourishing energy coming into your field at this time as we speak. Okay. It does feel like it's coming in as sort of you may be continuing to allow residual um, layers of density from this past cycle that you've been in to sort of dissolve and be felt and seen. Okay, but it doesn't feel like that scares you, or it doesn't feel like any discomfort that comes up through that is too much for you. It feels like you are really in tune and in flow with whatever process is most natural for you right now, which is really beautiful. And again, there's this energy of abundance coming through where no matter what the external looks like right now, I just feel this golden energy in your heart where that feeling is the abundance, right? That glow, that receptivity to yourself and to goodness and letting things be good and letting things open up in a like surprising and um, easygoing and soft way that feels warm and nourishing. Like I said, like it just feels like yeah, this is coming in at this time. Some of you are connecting with us with community of some sort in a creative or life-giving way, or just putting yourself uh, out there in a sense that is sparking something within you. Okay, it could be spiritual community. All right, whatever the case may be, it feels like whatever spiritual work that you've been doing and realignment, recalibrating that you've been doing, it's like I'm getting the sense that now it's time for um, that to actually translate in your physical experience as far as, income stream, as far as meaningful opportunities presenting themselves in very clear, tangible ways, even if it's not like all at once. It just feels like you're getting a sense now of like, um, again, that nourishment, that abundance coming through in ways that you can like hold and touch um, and I'm even getting this sense that as these sort of new abundant opportunities come through for emotional connection, vulnerability, romance, deepening, um, sensual experiences coming forward. It is, again, like I was saying, as like this stream of nourishing emotional energy comes in, it's simultaneously you're shedding, right? And so as new things are physically anchoring in your life, it's like it may just highlight the contrasting lackful energy that is still sort of residual and wanting to be met and honored and not judged, right? um, this stuff, these programs within us that have caused us to feel lackful at any given point in our lives, um, you know, it's so subconscious. It's so deep, and we don't always have access to the full root of it, and it can take a lifetime or multiple lifetimes to to get to that root. And there's no rush or pressure or anything like that. But I feel for you, this is a lifetime. This in this incarnation, I'm getting the sense that you are meant to be abundant in every single way that you could imagine, but also in ways that you haven't imagined. Um, and um, like I'm just seeing like 10 years down the track, you're going to be living a life that you 10 years ago you weren't at all envisioning in such a way, in such a glorious, mystical, powerful, divine way where you are loved and held within the container of a grounded, wonderful, real human, yet cosmic relationship, or that's deepening to a level that you weren't envisioning before, because I am feeling this beautiful container of love coming in around you. And it's not coming in, it's already there because you've created it for yourself, alongside, the solar field, the divine. Um, but I just feel this coming through in the form of connection, in ways that feel gratifying. Okay. Um, Gosh, you're just in for such, this next cycle in your life is really, oh, I don't even quite have the words because this is not a framework that you've experienced before. That this is a framework that you're creating through the contrast that you've experienced. So, in effect, the contrast you've experienced within relationships, family, money, all of it, it's because of all of that, through all that, with all of that, that you're in for something that is so juicy, so free, liberated in the most profound spiritual sense, liberated at the soul level, liberated in love. Okay, like you may be in connection with someone right now, but I just feel whatever connection you are meant to be in long-term partnership with in this life, it is expanding and opening in ways that, again, you were not foreseeing per se, um, and yet you were desiring at very, very deep levels. I do see that all of the wonderful things that are now phasing into your reality are going to take time. It's going to take time, and it's not something that comes all at once. Like I was saying, it's something that gradually builds and grows and anchors in a way that your nervous system can handle. Um, but you just have to know that if you're listening to this message, you're already there and it's already done. It's just about understanding the nature of the physical dimension. And it doesn't have to take forever. That's not a belief that we need to attach to. It doesn't have to be slow, so to speak, but we can take our time. And in that release of expectation around timing, things actually are able to ground and grow and reveal themselves with more ease. All right. And I am getting a message right now for you that it is important to um, like keep your field, your mind and your heart open right now as far as how things are revealing themselves, how things are showing up, knowing that they can take their time as you're just doing you, focusing on yourself and continuing to anchor in sovereignty of spirit, mind, body, and spirit. You're a sovereign, independent being who is self-loving, who generates abundance and love from within, and you cycle it back into yourself. And that may be the part of the process that you're experiencing right at this moment. And just slowly watching as the physical reflects that self-love that is, cycling through your system at this time. Really, really beautiful energies, and let this just be sort of a check-in for you, and an assurance that all is well and that you're moving into a really, really prosperous, aligned, harmonious time where you're in harmony with the people that you choose to connect with in this life, whether that be a small core circle or larger communities or both, in different ways, in ways that feel aligned to you. Okay. I do feel that you're learning how to communicate this new experience of yourself, and being patient in that, that learning how to express where you're coming from now, how to show up. And I just feel like this really receptive energy that you're in, where um, God sees you being open, and you're going to be given so much. You already are being given so much, and you've given yourself so much. So this is just a kudos from me and from the field, and I wish you well. This is just the first of many transmissions, channeled messages um, from the solar field, and um, this channel is going to be growing and expanding and evolving in its own organic way, and I'm not going to put a ceiling on how that looks at any given moment, but I'm going to flow as the channel, as the divine would have me flow. So I'm wishing you well, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.